A brutal blast of snow, sleet, and Arctic air made this January 25th a day to remember.
We set some records, and we're not done yet. The storm system didn't let up today, and neither did you. We saw neighbors shoveling paths for their neighbors and strangers helping push out cars.
A live look now at the Bronx from our First Alert weather tracker. Crews will be out cleaning roads overnight. New York City schools will be remote tomorrow, and the storm has major impacts on travel from New Jersey Transit to our own airports.
We have team coverage on the storm for you here tonight. Let's start with Lonnie Quinn, though. He's in our virtual studio with the latest on this forecast, Lonnie.
Okay, things really winding down outside right now. Here's your picture, looking right into, we got Times Square there. Look, the big snow in New York City is done for the day, and I don't really think it's coming back tomorrow. It's done for most people, except, come over here. You're going to find, here we go. Couple of little spots out there. Out on Long Island, you've got some light snow that is still falling. You can zoom in tight here, up north around Sullivan, Ulster County. Little patches of that darker blue. Still some decent snow, so you're still accumulating a little bit in some spots out there. But for the most part, boy, it's just ragged. It's kind of torn up, and I don't see too much going on. So in terms of the snow reports, and here's where we stand right now. You may add a little tiny bit. Let's go back there. Okay, the snow report is... it's gone for the moment, but they're pulling it up for me. The fact is, Central Park comes in with about 10 inches of snow. It broke the record for this date because the record had been 10 inches. We have right now 10.5. And again, we may throw a little tiny bit, but Washington Heights comes in at around 14 inches. Oh, there we go, 14.9 for Washington Heights. Tenafly, 16.3. Tarrytown at 15 inches. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 14.5. Center Island, out on the island, 15.3. So lots of double digits. You see them right there. Central Park, all right, granted, you were 10.6, but plenty of the boroughs were up to 12, 13, 14 inches. We will watch as we look ahead to next Saturday. Right now, it's not onshore, but KJ, Alan, this is offshore, but close to us, and that's about a week away. Is it our next snowstorm? We'll talk more about that when Vanessa and I are back in about, say, 10 minutes or so, but right now, it's all yours.
All right, Lonnie, sounds good. Thank you.
New Yorkers spent their day digging out as the snow kept on falling.
And because of the freezing temperatures, the snow is expected to stick around. There's concern now for icing. Let's get to Naveen Dhaliwal. She's live in the Bronx with our First Alert weather tracker tonight. Naveen.
Yeah, Christine, we're actually in the Wakefield section of the Bronx, and what you're looking at here are snow-covered roadways. We've been watching these roadways throughout the evening and into the night, and this is really what it looks like throughout the parts of Queens as well as parts of, again, the Bronx here. The one thing that, the problem here is going to be for people who are going to be waking up in the morning and their cars are going to be stuck because those plows have been coming through here, and they've been pushing the snow up against the cars, and that snow is going to turn into ice. So a lot of work set for tomorrow. As the snow blankets New York City Sunday night, in the Bronx, the storm didn't just arrive, it settled in.
Not excited about it, but it is what it is.
A.G. Mesa came out to dig out his car, but a few shovels in, he gave up.
I was going to kind of try with the shovel over here and stuff, but it's impossible.
The powerful winter storm dumped snow, glazing roads with ice, and sent temperatures plunging. In Maspeth, Queens, the sound of snowblowers and shovels scraping the pavement echoed block after block.
It was a Sunday. Imagine on a Monday and a Tuesday. It would have been more of a headache.
Mike Jeremiah knows the drill.
We're sort of like winter people, so we're always ready for this.
He started early this morning, shoveling his steps and driveway.
My parents live across the street. My sister lives next door. So
are you shoveling all three homes?
Yes. Yeah.
You're a good man. Some drivers needed a push, while on the roadways, traffic slowed to a crawl. City officials say 700 spreaders and 2,200 plows will be working throughout the night, with 2,500 sanitation employees on rotating shifts.
Sanitation's done a pretty good job of keeping things clean.
But officials warn that conditions will only worsen overnight. Temperatures are expected to drop to dangerous levels, making even salted streets slick once again. Jeremiah, who has to get to work on Monday, says he's planned for it.
There's probably about 40 pounds of ice melt in the garage as well for tomorrow.
And you're looking at live pictures of one of our tires that is going over the snow on one of these snow-covered roadways here in the Wakefield section of the Bronx. Again, those salt trucks and the plows will be working throughout the night, clearing as much as they can. And don't put those shovels away, folks. You're going to need them tomorrow because there's going to be a lot of more sidewalks, steps, and of course, more to do when it comes to clearing your car. We're live in the Bronx. Naveen, Dhaliwal, back to you.
Yeah, and it's that overnight work that will make the Monday morning commute and workday a little bit easier. Naveen, thank you.
Well, NJ Transit service does remain suspended at this hour, but the agency does expect to have a phased restoration of service tomorrow, beginning with 3 light rail stations. So as for its main rail service, well, the transit agency says that crews will be working overnight to inspect infrastructure before the trains can run again. Governor Mikey Sherrill addressed those challenges for the agency.
They're not thinking they're going to have those buses back up for rush hour, but hopefully by tomorrow morning, they'll get them back on the road, maybe a bit earlier in the south, and then bringing up the light and heavy rail as the morning and then into the afternoon as that progresses.
NJ Transit did post these photos online showing its workers clearing snow and ice from its facilities and also the train tracks. Customers are encouraged to check njtransit.com or even the NJ Transit mobile app for the latest service updates before traveling tomorrow.
And the MTA reporting subways will be on normal schedule tomorrow, and the LIRR will operate on a weekend schedule. But the storm is causing trouble at our airports, too. LaGuardia is technically open, but there are no flights operating in or out of the airport until tomorrow morning. In total, nearly 2,800 flights were canceled at LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark today during the storm.
It was made official earlier today. New York City Public Schools will be going remote due to the storm tomorrow.
The city is also deploying resources to help the most vulnerable New Yorkers navigate the intense cold. Lisa Rozner is live in East Elmhurst, Queens, with more on this. Lisa.
Well, Alan and Christine, first I want to give you a look at where we are right now. We're standing on 45th Street near Ditmars Boulevard. Take a look. You can see this car making its way down the road. It has been plowed pretty well, but if you look at the cars that are parked off to the side here and you look at the tires, you can see just how much snow has fallen. So this is not a place you want to be outside. The mayor has issued a code blue and said school buildings are being used as warming centers, and we have unfortunately still seen across the city unhoused New Yorkers today on subways and even encampments outside. On Broadway between 75th and 76th Streets, a homeless encampment CBS News New York previously highlighted is still being utilized as the snow falls and temperatures drop. Unhoused New Yorkers were also seen sleeping on trains entering the Columbus Circle subway station.
People were laying down on the trains, and I don't like that, but you can't. People's living conditions is messed up nowadays, so you can't. You can't just tell people where they can't sleep.
Mayor Mamdani Sunday urged New Yorkers to call 311 if they see anyone who needs help. He said the Department of Social Services is checking on vulnerable New Yorkers every 2 hours and added there are 10 warming centers, 2 in each borough, and food is available at each site.
They need help, but they also refuse help. We need to address the mental illness issue first before we address the homeless issue.
In Sunset Park, Councilmember Susan Zwang sent us this photo as community leaders Saturday persuaded an unhoused man to go with the NYPD to find shelter. But Sunday, amid the snowstorm, he was back out in the streets.
I will do whatever I can after this and try to locate him. We cannot let this gentleman sleep on the streets at this temperature.
Another priority for the mayor in light of the storm, making sure students are safe but still learning. The mayor announcing New York City schools are going remote Monday.
We have stress-tested systems, sent students home with the materials and technology they need to learn virtually.
How do you feel about that?
Good. We're online, we're on Zoom. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everyone has connection and devices.
For those who don't have the option of staying in, commuting is a concern. We saw several MTA buses stuck in the road. One driver was seen trying to shovel himself out of a bus stop on 8th Avenue near Columbus Circle, and another bus was stuck trying to cross Central Park on one of the transverse roads. We spoke to one woman who traveled to Central Park from Brooklyn.
We have plan A, plan B, and plan C. I have friends that live close by, so if anything, I'll just stay there.
And the MTA says subways will be running on Monday, but if you're planning to drive, especially if you've parked here on 45th Street near Ditmars Boulevard, it could be difficult. Look at this car right here. You can see the snow has been pushed up against it. It's almost as tall as I am. I don't know how long it's going to take that person to dig out, but the city has posted that alternate side parking rules have been suspended for Monday, but you still have to pay the meters. We're live in East Elmhurst, New York. Lisa Rozner, CBS News, New York.
I think the owner of that vehicle is going to have to call in some reinforcements, Lisa. That's for sure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Our team coverage continues now in New Jersey.
Let's go to Jenna DeAngelis. She's been in Bergen County all night, and she joins us live from Saddlebrook with the latest from there. Jenna.
Christine and Alan, as New Jersey transit commuters wait to see what the morning commute will look like, work continues to clear the roads, which has officials asking people to stay home in the morning if you can, so they can get the job done.
It's a lot of snow.
You can say that again. And Jason Butrago has been out in it all day.
The snowplow here, my in-laws' house, and then my buddy's house. So just back and forth, back and forth.
He's on the snowblower, his brother is shoveling, and it still seems impossible to keep up with.
Even this thing's struggling, you know, and even the machine is struggling, so it's tough.
Not wanting their neighbors to struggle, these brothers decided to go town to help.
Just helping out the community.
On the menu for this family from Canada is just a typical snow day.
From Montreal, it doesn't really faze us too much.
They were mostly surprised to find so many restaurants closed. Grateful to find Saddlebrook Diner open and impressed to see all the plow trucks out on the roads.
That's one thing about your the system here in New Jersey. You guys got it like down, like everyone prepped really well, and like you could tell.
So what you have here is the towns that we are actually responsible for, the men and women that are out there, and the trucks that they're operating.
Bergen County Executive Jim Tedesco taking us inside the DPW annex where the county is monitoring its 100 trucks out salting and plowing.
Tells us exactly where he is, how fast he's going, what's happening.
This live map is a way to make sure the DPW drivers who are working 12-hour shifts are safe. Tedesco thanks the many residents who are staying off the roads so they can do their jobs, asking people to continue that trend into the morning.
Give us some time tomorrow. So maybe don't go in at 7 or 8, give us till maybe 10 so that we can get all the roads black and everything is safe for them to travel.
Even on a snow day, it seems the hard work never stops.
I was going to catch a bus this morning, but transit's down, so couldn't get into the city, so day off, but I'm working just as hard.
Why are we here? Living in the snow, everything's expensive. I don't even know what I'm doing. We're all crazy. That's what the problem is, we're all crazy.
We're here because neighbors help neighbors, as you saw in that story, and because the diners stay open late. But in all seriousness, finally seeing some blacktop out here. So the good news is there is progress. But if you do have a snow day tomorrow, just ease into the morning and stay home. We're live in Bergen County, New Jersey. Jenna DeAngelis, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, I think frustration was taking over that person there, Jenna, and we certainly don't blame them. Thank you, Jenna.
Our First Alert Weather team will have you covered tomorrow as you head out the door. We'll be on a half hour early. Join CBS News New York tomorrow beginning at 4 a.m.